Hi, hello, and welcome everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Doctor Who. Today, we're going to be watching the Christmas episode of Series 10. What we know by now, this is going to be a horrific episode with lots of tears of my part, probably, because this is what I suspect to be the last episode of the Peter Doctor. And it makes me so sad just thinking about this, and it also makes me not want to watch this episode to begin with. Oh dear. I feel equally as anxious as I felt back then when I knew that David Doctor was about to die. That's horrible. I don't want to have this feeling. It feels so bad. But I know it's inevitable. We have to face the consequences of watching this TV show, and every now and then it just rips our souls out of our body and rips it apart, and we have to deal with the aftermath of what is going to be a very destructive, probably very destructive episode this week. Yay! I suited up for the occasion. I do wear this very ugly Christmas sweater with the teddy bear and the thingies. And I also have enough tissues this time. Last time I only had 3. And I ran out of tissues during the end of the episode, which was not good. But this time I do have, like, how many are in there? Oh, 5. I think that's enough. I hope that's enough. Also, I've prepared or tried to prepare myself mentally for the obstacles that are in front of us. Oh gosh, I know I should talk about the ending of the last episode and how there is this very cool incident of the old Doctor, like the OG Doctor, being there in the last episode, the last 2 minutes of last week's episode. But I can't concentrate on anything else right now, which is bad, because I am pretty sure that if the Doctor goes, or when the Doctor goes, it'll be at the end of the episode. But we will start talking about whatever happened in those last 2 minutes last week. So I should be able to concentrate on that. And I read the Patreon comments, and one of them was telling me, the comment was very mysterious because the person who wrote that comment didn't want to spoil, which thank you very much. I really appreciate that. But the person told me that we will kind of get an explanation for why we are in a snowy environment. I thought it's just because we're in a Christmas episode, but we're only gonna get part of an explanation for that, which is very strange to think about, that we only get a partly explanation to something that we should know. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to finding out half the truth. Last episode, we have lost, well, not lost, but I think she's gone. We've lost Bill as a companion. She's still out there somewhere in the universe, but she's not really there with us anymore. And also, Nardole still caught on that spaceship. I don't know if he can make it out of there without the TARDIS. I don't know if he's able to get back to the Doctor, or maybe the Doctor's gonna come back to him before he regenerates, or maybe after he regenerates. Or maybe Nardole's just gone forever. He's like just out there in space, and every now and then, well, we can go back to him if you want to in terms of story writing. I don't know if that is what's going to happen. Predictions for this episode are that we're going to have a big interaction between the Peter Doctor and the OG Doctor. And I really hope it's not going to bring me to tears in the first minutes already, because like I said, I only have 5 tissues, so please bear with me. Another prediction, like the Peter Doctor regenerating, probably. Other than that, to be honest, there's not really much that I know about the episode. Like, I don't know anything at all. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't make any predictions. Usually I have like 1 or 2 ideas of things that might happen, But last week's episode ended in such a, wow, we just destroyed the whole friendship group, the whole, like, we didn't destroy the universe, but we destroyed my universe of being safe within this TV show. And I don't know how to come back from that. I don't know how. This is probably going to be the saddest Christmas episode of all time, because it's going to be sad from the beginning to the very end. I don't see a comic relief in this episode at all. I don't see a new character in this episode. I think it's mostly gonna be Peter Doctor and OG Doctor, because they didn't bring him for nothing. They brought him there for a reason. So he will have a story to tell, probably. And I wonder whether this has something to do with the regeneration of the Peter Doctor, and that there's a secret that we don't know of yet, and the very first Doctor is going to tell him, or maybe he's going to talk, because at the end of the last episode, the OG Doctor, I'm sorry I'm calling him OG Doctor, but I've forgotten his name. I'm so sorry. I hope that's okay if I call him that, because all of you know who I'm talking about. But he was like, I don't want to regenerate. That's nonsense. Like, along those lines, that's what he said. So I suppose we are about to witness the regeneration of the very first Doctor. I haven't seen the episode, the classic episode where that happened, but it might be the case, because he was just blabbering on about how he doesn't, like, how stupid that is, how ridiculous it is, how he doesn't want that to happen, just like the Peter Doctor, only that he was sad and not angry at that happening. So maybe both of them are going to talk about the state they're in, finding out that they're in the same mindset at the moment, and the same stuff is going to happen to them, and the talk is going to be some form of catharsis to both of them, and then at the end they're going to accept their fate. I don't know if this is going to happen, but that's the only thing that I can come up with. That's literally the only thing that I have on my mind. Other than that, I have no idea what we're about to witness. But I'd say, let's get into the episode. Previously on Doctor Who, I know what happened last week. You don't have to show me again. I don't want to see it. Oh, I want to see that.
Come along, Polly, my child, and my crew.
Oh my gosh!
Pretty soon we shall be having visitors.
So they were on a snowy planet back then.
No feeling.
Cybermen! Oh, look at them!
Love, pride, hate, fear.
That transition from black and white to color. Oh my god, that was so cool. A long time ago, the
I will not change.
just like I said.
Someone there!
Oh, Peter! Oh, don't do it twice! Oh, don't do this to me. I can't deal with that.
But I am the Doctor. The original, you might say.
The very first time that we regenerated.
Have you come to take the ship back?
Oh, I smiled.
Ship? Oh dear. What have you done to it?
What?
A few minutes ago, you were weak as a kitten, right?
Oh, the music changed from la 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 to isn't it serious?
Whatever happens, if you don't do the things
Yeah.
that you are supposed to do, the consequences could be...
Oh, this is so cool.
Hello?
Maybe you know. Is that what it is?
I don't suppose either of you is a doctor.
You're trying to be funny.
Is that supposed to be Hitler? Because if so, the beard is a little too long. It's not, I don't know. Wow, what is going on? This is so cool. I'm so excited for this. Let's talk about the Doctor's death later. First, let's get into this episode and see, I mean, what's happening. I suppose because both of them were not supposed to meet at that time and space. It's like a disturbance in time. That's why the time, like, stopped for the time being. I don't know. Oh yeah, I got a blow my nose already.
Lass mich einfach hier. Fühl dich nicht töten. Bitte geh. Or that I spoke German.
That's a very bad German. Oh, that's why. So just one person first in time and the other is still living. That's weird. Also, he's not on a snowy planet. Also, BBC, if you try to bring German-speaking people into your show, just make it be Germans or people that actually speak German, because that was really bad. I didn't understand what he wanted to say. I understood the English of that guy 100 times more. I could be in one of the episodes. I speak German fluently. Just invite me, I'm gonna be there. Okay. Wait a minute! Is that the thing? Was that the castle of that one really good episode with the Peter Doctor? After Clara died, where he went into the castle and he had to, like, escape.
Somehow, something has gone very wrong with time.
Okay, so he has no clue either.
Not human, I think. State your planet of origin and your intentions.
Very straightforward.
A little snug from this angle, but you might be in for a
Surprise! Yeah, it changed a bit over the years. Just a tiny bit.
It's... But it's
hideous.
bigger on
Hideous?
the inside than it is on...
It looks a lot better now, in my opinion.
It's about 70 feet that way. See? Always remember where you parked. It's gonna come up a lot.
Yeah, it will.
Well, you're an officer from World War I at the South Pole, being pursued by an alien through frozen time.
It's not supposed to be Hitler. It just looks alike.
What do you mean? One.
Oh, sorry, spoilers.
River callback.
I do not have the faintest idea who you are.
Well, I know who you are.
Of course you know, because you've been living through this already.
Do I become you?
Well, there's a few false starts, but you get there in the end.
Well, I assumed I'd get younger.
I am younger!
He's so offended.
And this is
It's
my
complicated, actually. I am also.
my nurse. What's wrong with the lights?
It's supposed to be like this.
Why?
It's atmospheric.
It is.
In fact, this whole place could do with a good dusting. Obviously, Polly isn't around anymore.
Did she clean the TARDIS? Okay. Looks like a big diamond spaceship. I think we're in trouble. Introduction time's over. We gotta get into the nitty-gritty.
Fields up.
Oh, this is what we saw. So it wasn't the castle. It was this place.
You are known to all here, for you are the Doctor of War.
He doesn't know yet. River?
Young lady, who are you?
Is that River? Please tell me it's River.
Is he
Oh,
here?
Bill!
Is the Doctor here?
Oh, it's also good. Hi, Bill. Oh.
Doctor?
What's wrong? He doesn't believe it's her.
That device, what is it?
The sonic screwdriver.
He didn't have that back then?
That she's a duplicate.
I'm not a duplicate.
So, who has been stealing the faces of the dead?
I mean, it's a chamber of the dead, so I guess the Doctor might be right. Even though we know her story is true also.
I know.
That looks so much better. Come on, admit it.
Indoors?
That looks so much cooler.
We are testimony.
Impressive.
An error in the timeline ejected him into the wrong time zone.
Oh.
Now his death must proceed as history.
So the other guy would have shot him.
You're absolutely right. I should have noticed that.
Well, it might help if you could see properly.
I should be happy to take your place if that would resolve this situation.
Accepted.
Here's what's going to happen. First, I'm going to escape. You, with me.
Where are we going?
Escape is not possible.
Well, you're talking to the doctors, so yeah, it's possible.
And I will stop you. I will stop all of you.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Then let us show you, Doctor. See who you will become.
He grew in confidence over the years. That's for sure. Oh god, no.
That's not a good idea.
Oh!
The last tree is Arsenal, the destroyer of Starro. He is the Doctor of War.
How does that interfere with the reality of the Doctor that we've seen in the last 10 series? If you already knew all of that. Okay, maybe it wasn't enough information, just tiny bits.
They are not escaping.
Oopsies.
That's exactly what they're supposed to think.
Yeah, they do that. Look.
They've got my TARDIS.
Yeah, we've got the other one. Oh, I gotta visit the very first TARDIS again.
Is that another TARDIS?
Yeah, it is.
It's another of the same TARDIS.
It doesn't even look that different from the outside.
Anyway.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so cool. Look at that.
He is, isn't he? He's you.
Yeah.
He's one of your old faces.
I find I'm lagging behind a tiny bit again.
Yeah, you can't, no, there's no possible way for you to get into this picture.
Why am I wearing these?
Because I love it. Never take those off.
I mean, it looks really cool on him too.
Her face.
I
the
want
TARDIS data back.
every future Doctor
There's hardly
episode to be
anything I
like
did.
this.
We need.
This is a perfect duo.
Well, aren't all ladies made of glass in a way?
Very good, sir, very good.
Oh, my dear, I hope it doesn't offend you.
Oh
to
no.
know that I have had some experience of the fairer sex.
Me too.
Oh no.
Good Lord.
That's just too funny, those worlds clashing together. And it shows how far we've come as a society.
There is just one little problem.
Which is?
He wants to kill me.
Aren't you dead already? So I guess does make any difference? This looks similar to the planet.
Probably just rats.
With the Doctor's grave, like with this super big TARDIS. Oh, spiders! Oh no, I hate spiders! And I hate them even more if they just lash onto your face. I hate jumping spiders that lash onto your face.
What we came here for. Biggest database in the galaxy.
Ooh! Ooh, no! Ooh, no, no, no! Ooh, no! Oh, the sound! Oh, no.
If there's the slightest chance that Bill Potter's alive and standing in front of me, then I will not.
Endanger her. Yeah.
You know that? You're a stupid, bloody arse.
If I hear any more language like that from you, young lady, you're in for a jolly good smack bottom.
Yeah, I hope we talk about it loads.
Yeah, me
I
too.
hope we spend years laughing about it.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
Come back alive.
Be here when I do.
At least they had something to say to each other this time.
Another nip of brandy.
Yeah. That'll help with the situation. A drunk doctor. No, the doctor was right. It's not her.
Out of the shell. You all right?
Let's not talk about it.
I don't normally admit that to anyone else.
Don't worry, technically you still haven't.
Why are you?
Oh no, I so much wanted to hear that. Why are we interrupting this talk?
Oh! Just scan me.
Why are we initiating this talk if we don't finish it? Makes me angry.
Now, be honest with yourself. Wouldn't you like to see that up close?
He convinced it. Whatever it is.
Big shock for everyone. Back in Chroma, of course.
You have family.
I saw that shadow of hers, by the way.
I must sound like the most dreadful coward.
Oh, okay.
That thing up there won't miss the chance to kill me twice. The paradox will rip the universe apart.
Aren't we in a paradox already? Time has stopped. What did you do to him? Did you send him back? And also, what tells us that the Doctor is safer down there than up there?
As a good Dalek.
I am not a good Dalek. You are a good Dalek.
Of course, Daleks.
I agree to your terms.
Well, I'm gonna need some proof.
Okay, now I understand why I didn't want the other Doctor to go up there.
Remember the good old days? When I got miniaturized and I climbed around inside it?
Yeah, I remember.
Wandering around, putting everything right when it goes wrong.
Well, that would be a nice story, wouldn't it?
That would be the best.
Oh, the music.
Do I ever understand?
No. I really don't think you do.
Understand what?
Everyone who's ever met you does.
I don't.
You're amazing, Doctor. Never forget that.
Oh. Yeah, I know that.
We can hear the testimony of the past, and channeled through our glass avatars, they can walk among us on New Earth.
Oh. It's not an evil plan.
They have developed ever since that Torchwood glove.
What is anyone supposed to be except a bunch of memories? These are my memories, so this is me.
It's not the same.
I told the wife I'd be home for Christmas. Funny how things work out.
We just met this guy and they keep succeeding in making me cry, even though I don't even know the person. Oh, okay, now that I see them both together, they really look different. They look very different.
My family. Perhaps you could look in on them from time to time.
What's the name?
Lethbridge Stewart. Captain Archibald Hamish Lethbridge Stewart.
Trust him on that.
I'm so sorry for calling you possible Hitler in the beginning. I had no idea. On the other side, I do know him, and it makes it 1,000 times worse. Just, gosh, my eyes are burning because of tears. Schlaf in himmlischer Silent Night.
Silent night.
Holy night. All is calm. All is bright. Round young virgin mother and child. I'm sorry. I'm very bad at singing when I'm about to cry. But this is wonderful.
The Christmas armistice.
Oh, a Christmas miracle in a Christmas episode. Look at that.
Wounded man here! Wounded man!
This is how it's supposed to be, helping each other instead of shooting and killing each other.
Anywhere.
Humanity could do so much better.
Man here! Wounded man!
Things we could achieve.
One Christmas, a very long time ago.
This is so beautiful.
Everybody just stopped.
Oh,
Everyone.
look at that.
So, that's what it means to be a doctor of war.
I just remember when the doctor got informed that Lethbridge Stewart died. It's a long time in advance to this, 1914. But I completely forgot about that when he said his name. I'm like, he's gonna die right there. I mean, I didn't remember that. He got the call from his mother, the daughter, when he died. Like, yeah, you know what I mean. Oh gosh, my brain's completely freaked out. But this is so beautiful. And now we're at the end of the episode, and I know what that means.
I think I'm ready now.
I'm not.
How are you? You'll find out.
I am not ready, please.
Good luck, Doctor.
Let him die in such an episode. Oh my gosh. I mean, what the hell? You give me an episode like that where I'm already crying because of what's happening in the episode and the old doctor and the war and all that, and now I can't deal with that. I don't want to. I just want to end the episode here and let's say he lived forever, right? Let's just say that. He doesn't need to regenerate. I don't want him to regenerate. I'm sorry, old doctor. OG doctor. Sorry to see both regenerations. Great. How can we make this even more dramatic? I can't.
The long way round.
Okay. Make this less dramatic and sad it is, but I'm sorry for you. I'm really sorry. Wow, the original footage, look at that. But this is breaking my heart. I can't do this.
Letting go of the Doctor is so hard.
It is.
Isn't it?
It is, it really is.
Honestly, that rug...
Oh, come here, you.
Oh.
Merry Christmas, Doctor.
Hi.
You stupid old man.
Go back.
I know what you're thinking.
Oh. Just stop already.
Yeah, they got my hair a bit wrong, though. Don't they?
You don't have any hair.
I have invisible hair.
Oh, okay.
A life this long. Do you understand what it is? It's a battlefield, like this one.
Thank you. Thank you both. Everything that you were to me.
I don't want this to happen. I loved you so much as a doctor. You made every not so good episode so much better. Your sarcasm and your personality and your charm. Don't want to see you go.
Time to leave the battlefield.
I know, but I don't want to. I'm gonna hate the next Doctor no matter who he is. I know I won't, but let me just say it, okay? I'm still hoping for a wonder of some sort. Okay.
Never be cruel, never be cowardly, and never ever eat pears.
I don't like pears.
No one would understand it anyway.
I'm trying so hard to keep it together right now. I'm trying so hard. I'm not doing good. Please. Please.
Be kind.
Be kind.
I let you go.
I can't watch it. I'm sorry, I can't watch it. I want him back. I want him back. I don't like you. I'm sorry, but I... What? The Doctor is a woman? Okay. 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 Uh-huh. So, okay. The Doctor is a woman now? Okay. I'm sorry for My brain doesn't seem to process what just happened in those last 5 minutes of this episode. The process of being in the middle of trying and understand what is happening to the Peter Doctor. Being in the middle of bawling my eyes out, trying to make peace with the thought that he's gone, in the process of understanding or trying to understand that it's over, processing this. In the middle of this process, you just make this cut and throw that woman at me out of nowhere. I feel as if I was interrupted, like the process of the process of grieving was interrupted, and I feel as if I didn't finish grieving. It feels so strange. That was a very harsh disruption, to be honest. I thought we might see the new Doctor in this episode because it's always, or almost always, been like that we see the regeneration and immediately after that we see the new Doctor. But I didn't suspect that it'd be a woman. Which... am I okay with that? I don't know. This is weird. I mean, of course I'm okay with that. Like, right, the concept of the Doctor is that they are a being, an alien being that can have any shape or form. But since it's, like in the classic episode, there has not been a single woman Doctor as far as I know. So this is the very, very first time they did something like this. Which, I mean, referring to the Doctor as a he was always a given. I mean, I think I just have to adjust to that thought. But, I mean, you know, every single Doctor, although he was always the same person, like he was always a Doctor, he never was the same. He always was different. Character-wise, humor-wise, like the charm. I don't know. There were always differences. The one Doctor hates people, the other Doctor adores people. The one Doctor loves bravery of people, the other one hates when people are brave. They always had different perspectives on things, and they felt different. I don't know how a woman fits into that picture, to be honest. I'm not against it. I'm open-minded and I want to see it. I want to see how it develops, but I can't imagine it, if you know what I mean. Although I have to say she really looked really good in those clothes. Like, they fit her very well. Okay, you guys, I have to process. I have to process. Let's talk about the episode, like, briefly, because I don't know if I can talk very much about what we just witnessed, because my mind's all over the place, but I'm going to try and do my very best. So, having the OG Doctor in this episode, and the TARDIS, seeing all of that again, I felt so heartwarming. I don't even know how to say that, but it felt as if I was coming home. It felt as if I knew this person like forever, even though I've only seen one episode with him. I didn't even watch the regeneration episode. I didn't watch the second or third episode of him. All I know was this very first episode and the stuff that we talked about on New Who from the very first Doctor. So I didn't know much. And also, yeah, this one movie for the 50th year anniversary special where they had like the same actor that was in there, and also at the start where they shifted from black and white to original, those people look so alike. This is wow. How did they find this actor? He looks so similar to the original one. It's it's just, wow. I don't even have words for that. How did they find this man? And having our doctor, our Peter Doctor and the original Doctor having all those conversations of back then and now and what has changed, looking at the whole timeline of everything we've seen on Doctor Who so far. And some of it we already knew, some of it was new to us as well. The old Doctor, the original Doctor, trying to figure out what was happening to him in between the time where he wasn't there. He kind of was, but he wasn't, if you know what I mean. Discovering all of this history, going through all this history again, it just warms my heart seeing all of those scenes. There's just this coming home feeling. Am I the only one feeling like that? It's so special, and I've said it a million times already, but this is the only show in the whole universe that's able to do something like that. That has a history as big as this show has. I mean, apart from Doctor Who, I can only think of The Simpsons that are probably equally as long as you put all the episodes together. I don't think so. I think Doctor Who is still longer. And if you count the years from 1963 to now, we don't even have to talk about that. I mean, it's the only show that went from black and white to 2024, if you know what I mean. And it's still running. That's incredible. I don't even have words for that to describe the feeling that it gives me every time we revisit this history part of Doctor Who. And of course we had to have a Dalek in the episode as well. I loved that the antagonist was present, but not really. Because at the beginning of the episode, I hoped we would focus on the two doctors and on the history stuff and on the development of those two having to face death in the end of the episode and how they get there. So I thought an enemy that would like disrupt this development within the episode would really have been awful. It would have destroyed what the episode wanted to do in the first place. And we couldn't not have had an enemy. We do have to have someone in every single episode. So I really liked the aspect of how they did that. There was an antagonist in the episode, and he kind of played a big role, but also he opened up these doors to the past of both the doctors and Bill. And also having the antagonist in the form of Bill in most of the scenes was so enriching for the development as well. So they found a really clever way to integrate an antagonist, but at the same time use it as a tool to make the episode even better and to tell the storyline better. Because, like I said, it opened up the doors to them being able to put a spotlight on the history of the TV show. And so they needed something out there. Like, just shooting Cyberman wouldn't have done the job, if you know what I mean. And then for them putting this one Dalek in there as well, that was cool because, as you know, better than I do, but I'd say... like, I'm a Whovian for a long time by now. I haven't seen every single episode, but I think I can call myself a Whovian by now. We all know that the Daleks are the most famous and favorite antagonists of many people, and they're the reason why this show kept on going in the first place. They were the ones who saved the show, so they deserve a place in this episode. Even if it's just a small one, they have to be there. I love that addition. So all in all, this episode was written in such a perfect way. Can't even describe it. The thoughts that went into the storytelling, I'm sure whoever wrote that episode had in mind that we needed to get from both doctors don't want to regenerate to both doctors are accepting the fact that they are about to regenerate, meeting each other. Imagine you're a writer and you have those points. You have a list and it says what I just said right now, and then you have to find a way to make a story out of this. You have to get from point A to point B, and you have to include as much history of the show as you can. How do you do that? Also, you have to have an antagonist, but he has to be in the background. So, like, the writer, whoever wrote this, is a genius. There are so many details that they built in that you don't even recognize, I guess, while watching it for the first time. It just put together so well. I love this episode for what it is, even though the Peter Doctor regenerated in the end. I love it. It's a masterpiece. It really is such a great episode. It gave you this wholesome feeling, looked on the history of the show, and brought our characters to the place where they had to be in the end. Also adding some humor into it. At the beginning there, I didn't think I would laugh in the episode. I'm like, what's going on? But of course, both of them meeting for the first time, I love that they chose to have a little comical relief before we get into the nitty-gritties of the episode. I love that. Oh, and Clara, the Clara thing. I've had the feeling, which I had already watching certain regeneration episodes by now, that they always like to drag it out for as long as even possible to make it as sad as possible for the viewer, which I appreciate, even though I hate it. Thank you very much. But in this episode, they went, how do you say that? Far and above? No, that's not the right thing, but you know what I mean, I suppose. Up and above? Never mind. They went beyond what they did in previous episodes because they just, they dragged it so long. They started at this battlefield when they decided to make peace instead of war. And it brought me to tears already. And then they started to talk about that stuff. Then they bring back Bill and Nardole, and they have this goodbye talk between them, even though I know it wasn't Bill, it wasn't Nardole, but you know what I mean. And they have this goodbye talk. Oh yeah, and the goodbye talk with the original Doctor. I'm sorry, I forgot that one. So much happened. It's just wow. So we had that. Then the Doctor goes into the TARDIS, and then instead of regenerating already, he starts this whole talk about telling the new Doctor what he needs to know and what he needs to remember, how he needs to be, and all of that. And the music's going on and on and on. YouTube's gonna hate me. I have to cut out so much probably from the YouTube edit because there was music in every single scene in this episode, and YouTube hates music. And they make me cut out certain scenes every single time. But the music was such a great way to portray the feelings. And sometimes the music started within, in the middle of the episode, there was a music piece that started. And at the first 2 or 3 ding, 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 sounds, I already started tearing up because it sounded so sad. Loved this episode so much. I'm pretty sure I forgot to talk about something. Oh yeah, well, I wanted to talk about Clara. That was my point in the first place. So seeing her face reminded me so much of the time when they were back, when they were together, traveling together. And she is one of my most favorite companions. I mean, no one can top Amy and Donna. Those two always up there, first place. but Clara is right up there with them. And seeing her again, even though I know she's still alive, it's not as if she's dead. She's still out there. She's having her own TARDIS that, by the way, looks exactly like the TARDIS that we've seen in this episode. Like, exactly. But I see, like, original TARDIS, the white one, the white design. So she's still out there. Why did it make me cry so much? Which, that was another addition to that we're gonna drag out the regenerating part as much as possible. Yeah, let's bring back Clara. So Nardole and Bill weren't sad enough already. Let's bring her back. Why don't we bring back David and Donna and Amy and all of those companions so we can cry for an hour or even longer? Oh gosh. Yeah, I had a great time watching this episode, but I am so destroyed. Like I'm unbelievably tired and I just feel drained from energy. It's unbelievable. I'd say let's get to the IMDb rating, shall we? Okay, the episode's called Twice Upon a Time, which just such a cool title for the episode. Oh my god. Also like a fairy tale title. Also, oh, what I forgot. Please, I'm so sorry for me singing when they started singing those songs. But I really like this song, and usually I'm a very good singer. I am, like, really, it didn't show at all because I was crying and my nose was stuffed and all that. But usually I'm a pretty good singer. I could show you, but nose is still not good, so maybe another time. I love singing so much and I love this song so much. So I'm sorry for singing. I hope it wasn't too annoying. Okay. We don't have to brag about the episode or talk about it any longer. 10 out of 10. Just like last week's episode, loved it from start to finish. So I'm very curious. I suppose this week's IMDb rating is going to be better than last week's one because last week's one was a 9.1 if I remember correctly, and this one's going to be a 9.7. At least 9.7. Because people just love the original Doctor. Okay. Slightly disappointed? Does this have something to do with the ending and the Doctor being a woman? Is that what it is? Did it ruin the episode for several people? I mean, I was told already about this series from some commenters under my videos that there were people who don't like the woke stuff, if you know what I mean, and for that reason they disliked many of the Doctor Who episodes in this series. I disliked them because they were boring most of the time, but other people disliked them because of that. So I suppose there are people who maybe even stopped watching the show after finding out that the Doctor was a woman, which is so ridiculous, to be honest. I mean, yeah, you need a few moments to adjust. You need that. But why would it influence a show like that? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's something totally different. But like I said, the way the episode was written, there was so much thought that went into every single detail, and every single conversation was on point and brought us straight to the moment where we had to be, was thought out so well that I just can't. I can't with this rating. 8.3, what the heck? Like, what's going on with people? So if you out there would give this episode a rating like 8.3 or even worse, and it's not for the reason that the Doctor is going to be a woman in the next series, but a reason that is like within this episode somewhere, and you did find flaws or you didn't like specific things, please tell me. I really want to know. I'm really interested in people's opinions, because I don't understand it. I don't. I've had a blast. Maybe it didn't seem like, sure it didn't seem like it. Watching the episode now, rethinking, I didn't have a blast. I was crying from start to finish, but I also had a blast at the same time. I loved this episode so much. So I suppose I'm going to see you next Saturday with a new Doctor and a completely new storyline, probably a new companion. Oh, are we going to have a male companion now? I mean, we've had male companions in New Who already, but most of the times those were like boyfriends of our companions, like Clara and her boyfriend, or no, Donna's boyfriend died pretty much in the first episode when they met. But for example, Rose's boyfriend. So I don't know. Are we going to have like just a male companion in the next series? Or are we going to change things up again and have 2 companions instead of 1? Or even 3? I don't know. I wonder what else they changed. I think like there has to be a person who sat in this room with all the other creators and he's like, why not change things up completely this time? Why not make it a woman instead of a man? I know we never did that, but why not, right? So there is a person who has this mindset of wanting to try new things. And if this same person is involved in the next series, does this mean we do get a new kind of show? Don't spoil it in the comments, please. I don't want to know. It's just asking questions random into the void. But I could figure that probably this person, or even the other people who agreed to the Doctor being a woman, they must be open-minded as well. So are they open-minded for a new kind of storytelling, changing up the story of the Doctor and giving him a dog as a companion, for example, instead of a human being? I don't know. Or an alien. I have no idea. Maybe a turtle. How would I know, right? I don't know. But I am really excited to get into the next episode because it seems as if things are about to change and I'm excited to see that. No spoilers in the comments. Otherwise, I won't read your comment. If you write a comment with like 20 sentences that are thought out so well and in the last one there's a spoiler, I will get warned about your comment and I'm not going to read it. So please avoid spoilers of any kind. And I'll see you next Saturday. Stay happy and healthy. Until then, have a nice day. Bye!